Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Mary Jane's in the building. We in the building. Let's hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let's go all the way to the top, baby. Let's bring other platforms to the top with us. Let's get to the top. Let's be number one, baby. Let's do this. Peep Squad is in the building. Let's get to it. Real Housewives of Atlanta going down. I'm like, this was an okay episode. I think there's going to be more to the season later on. We find out that it's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's just start. You know, Porsha, she done get herself some flowers. You know, Dennis is missing her. And Porsha and Dennis kind of left off on a bad note because of just, you know, him getting messages from his exes. And he was supposed to cut them off point blank, period. But he didn't all the way. He was just saying yes and responding to some of the text messages with, you know, one words, you know what I'm saying, or emojis or whatever. So now they good. Portia's happy. She's feeling good about the situation between her and, you know, Dennis. And we get to see Kandi, you know, apologize and own up to the way that she's been acting. Because, girl, you was a trip. You had your nose turned up like it was nobody's business. But she apologized and she made good. So, you know what? We feeling you, Kandi. You back in the fold, girl. We love you, honey. And let's talk about, you know, Eva. Eva was looking dead drop gorgeous this episode. Every outfit she had on was on deck. Her boots to her shirts to her custom, you know, outfits that she had, you know, I was just like, you go, girl. Like, she was looking good. And we could see that Tanya, you know, she ain't with the shits, but you know what, she ain't gonna run from the shits too as well. She put on her party regardless of how NeNe felt, how NeNe was. She just act like it wasn't there. You know, when you just get super happy, get super ecstatic about a situation, so because you paying a person dust and you're gonna let them know that you ain't gonna get to me, I'm gonna put on a show, baby, regardless, and the show ain't gonna be about you. And that's what Tanya did. I was like, girl, you go, girl. And we see Shamari, she just fitting in and getting along with people, but I think she's gonna go heads up with somebody. And we see, you know, Kandi and, you know, Cynthia gonna have some tensions later on. It's gonna be some sexual tension that's always been existing on the show, but we got to see NeNe vulnerable. And you be like, damn, NeNe, you've been around these girls for years and they ain't really your girls like that. You can't really talk to them. You can't cry around them. You can't tell them what you going through. It was like, shit, NeNe, you got any real friends? Where your friends at? Because evidently you don't trust nobody on this show to tell them how you feeling. But it seems like later on you will. And it seems like Eva's going to be getting the business. They talking about Eva living in a rented apartment. She's living in a raggedy house. And, you know, she got bad credit. Tanya's telling Eva the business because, you know, they cool. Because their husbands went to the same college, you know, same black university together. So it is what it is. So I was like, damn, and Cynthia just thinking that she's going to get married to Mike. We know how that's going to end disastrously. But I hope it doesn't. But you know, she's 51. She just wants to do it. She wants to live her life. And it seemed like NeNe can't take the heat, can't take the pressure. Hell yeah. You know, dealing with somebody that, you know, that's in Gregg's condition, that always been the strong, powerful, and always been handling business. And that's who your knight in shining armor. And now you got to put on that armor, defend yourself, defend your job, and then deal with, you know, the aggravation and then the depression that your husband's going through and what he's going through too as well. And then the kids going through, and you just like, damn, you don't got nobody you can talk to, you know, nobody to give you that support, somebody you can just go and just keep it real with. Because once you can keep it real with the peoples or real with somebody, then that'll help you move forward, and especially people that has been in your position that you can talk to. So maybe you should go to a counseling group that's dealing with people that have, you know, colon cancer, or, you know, I don't want to claim that for Gregg, or, you know, Gregg's sickness or whatever. And then on top of that, he has a colostomy bag too as well. You know, that's hard to deal with, to sleep with somebody in the same bed with that. You know what I mean? To get... it's a lot. And then Gregg don't even know where to go. Like, he still got a young wife. His wife is still younger than him, regardless of what we think about NeNe's age. You know, so he's going through his own trials and tribulations, dealing with the illness, and then the medication, the mood swings that change you too as well. The cancer change you. Facing death change you. Especially, we all know we're born to die, but when you know that you have something that's attacking your body to kill you, that's a whole different story. So let's move on with the situation. So anyways, Porsha, she get her flowers. She happy. It's all good. She says she's going to be zen regardless of what. She ain't worried about, you know, she ain't worried about Kandi, none of her drama. She's, you know, she's good with Dennis. She got her baby. She got her man, so she's feeling good about the situation, and she don't care what, Kandi says or what Kandi thinks, especially in her grandma pajamas. And Kandi even admitted that she had her grandma pajamas when they went to, the little, little shindig that they had going on. It was supposed to, everyone was supposed to dress up, but Kandi forgot to dress up. She didn't know about dressing up or anything for the party. So, she was kind of like out of it, I don't know if she changed and she went to the club or whatever, but we seen Marlo, she was drunk, she was toasted, she couldn't find her hotel room key or whatever. I was like, damn. So Tanya, basically, she's doing her best to make sure she throw this bachelorette party, for Eva, that it looks good, and she's trying to be happy about it. And she sees NeNe's attitude. NeNe's walking there with her mean stink face on and everything. Tanya was like, yo, I know, NeNe got that expression on her face, but she probably just can't move her face. I was like, that was a shot, Tanya. NeNe gonna see that. She already did. She said she can't move her face because she has so much Botox. I was like, but she didn't say it in them words, She's classy about how she disses people. So we have that situation. NeNe was like, Tanya just don't get it. She just don't understand. And everybody's looking at NeNe like, oh, is NeNe going to blow up? Is she going to explode? Is she going to go off? What is she going to do? And they're just watching her. And they're trying to be graceful to her. Tanya's offering her drink. She ignored Tanya. She didn't say hello. She didn't say shit to her. But let me tell you, Cynthia looked good with that wig she had on. And her outfit was, she looked good. Tanya looked good too. The jacket looked good, but it was simple. And Porsha looked like she was Elvira going on. And I was just like, okay. But, Eva took over that look with them boots. I want them boots. Them boots was gorgeous. And then, so we have that situation. They trying to play these games. So they have the stripper come out. You see the stripper right there, like, no body, no penis, no nothing. He's fat, he don't got no body fat or whatever. He couldn't really dance. I'm thinking he's part of production, or he's just a hotel worker that they paid to put on that outfit, because he had no moves, no rhythm, no nothing. Like, he didn't even do the white man type of dance like they do at the strip club. So I was like, what's going on? And then, they was clowning him because he didn't take off his socks. They was like, take off, Cynthia was like, he need to take off them Hanes socks, you know what I'm saying? Take off your socks. And then I think it was Marlo was like, when do strippers just sit down? Because he sat down next to Cynthia. He probably was nervous and it was nobody's business, but he probably got paid very generously, and he's on TV in America, so it's all good. So they made fun of him, his dancing. That was like, what's going on? And so then Tanya came with the ideas to create these, dolls or whatever. Nobody was feeling it, so they got the pickles out. Porsha was like, hold the pickles with your vagina or your thigh meat or whatever, and then try to put it in somebody's mouth. Then Kandi was like, no, when we play this, you pretend like you the man, you hold the pickle, and then you do the position that the other person wants. So they did that. They done got freaky and nasty up in there. Kandi had her penis out. She was in the right position. She was doing her thing. Cynthia couldn't bend over if her life would protect her. She couldn't bend over for nothing because she's so tall. And then NeNe just started laughing. She started having a good time. Everybody started enjoying it. And, Shamara was just going around acting like she was giving Cynthia some booty, some pokey. And so everybody just started to have a good time. Everybody was like, the pickles brought out the goodness in them. And then after that, everybody likes some pickles. So then after that, they go to the club. They chilling. They have a good time. Marlo is, tore from the floor up. She can't even get in the room. And she said to the guy that worked at the hotel, you don't remember you helped me out last night? I was like, Marlo, you up in there getting tore from the floor up. And so it was pretty decent. Everything was good too. But, NeNe's going through some things because she's feeling like, she hasn't been talking to Gregg. She haven't had a conversation with Gregg or none of that stuff. So, she hasn't conversated with him. So she wants to know what's going on. Like, she's feeling like, damn, I'm going through all this drama. I'm trying to be here on this trip. I'm trying to be supportive. And Gregg is not here. And, she breaks down in front of Cynthia and let Cynthia know. But Cynthia was like, I don't even know how to support. I was like, damn, Cynthia, you've been her friend for how many years? And you don't know how to support her. You don't know how to comfort her. You don't know how to help her out. You don't know how to be a friend. What the fuck? Ain't you the one with the friendship contract? What's going on? I was like, I feel you, NeNe. They don't even know how to support you after all these years. After all these years, they don't know how to deal with you. Like, shit, even I know how to deal with you. So we have that situation. I was like, So NeNe is basically, people are saying NeNe is spoiled. She needs to grow up. Yeah, and she's going to end up getting into it with Marlo. But basically, she ain't never dealt with no shit like this. If you ain't never been around sickness, dealt with anybody that's sick, and then you have to be the primary caregiver and all the responsibilities on you. Even if you do got money, you contract and you hire people to come in. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't even doing that. And so it's a whole, like, they're both going through mental stagnant and just mental aggression, Gregg and NeNe, and everybody, and especially when everybody like, oh, you so strong because you speak your mind, you got your business together, you did this, you did that, you so great, you so wonderful. And so they can't even understand if you feeling a certain type of way, or you just down, you depressed, or you just hurting right now, or you feel like everything is crumbling down. People don't understand that because they expect this from you. That's too much pressure for anybody to deal with, especially when they're going through a situation with someone that they love and spend half their life with and had children with can possibly be gone. And then on top of that, watching that person change, your husband change. And then Gregg is watching NeNe change too as well. As much as he thought she was strong and she had everything like this, she ain't never been no shit like this, just like Gregg ain't never been through no shit like this. So they both need a support team. And they might need a support team of people that had experienced what they are experiencing now. That's the only thing I can say. Oh, they need to hire somebody, with the good prices to come in and clean your family up and clean your family together, especially when it comes to caregiving and assisting in the house and being a companion to your husband and a companion to the family too as well. It costs real good money to hire somebody great. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that situation. So I was just like, damn. So it is what it is. Marlo's locked out. Nobody really knows how to support NeNe or help her through what's going on. Even though, she has to put her big girl panties on. And she's been doing that for a long time. Probably even before we found out that Gregg was sick too as well. And dealing with that because, but she still has to learn how to treat people. Even though she's going through what she's going through, she can't let everything aggravate her and get under her skin with people. She has to be able to recollect, okay, I'm going through this. This is why I'm feeling upset in her head before she lashes out to somebody. That's something that it happens when you mature and you grow and you've been through a lot of things where you don't take out what you're feeling on somebody else. And that's hard to do because sometimes we're very emotional. And not just women, it could be anybody. When you go into some things and you're going through mental anguish and then somebody come through and maybe what they say, you probably would never take it to offense, last week. But this week is the day that you feel disrespected. So we have that situation. So I'm just like, damn. So NeNe done cried twice doing out the show, it's a sad thing. And then she get flowers from Gregg or whatever. And she's still, Eva's there. Eva can't really comfort, NeNe. It's like, damn, nobody know how to deal with NeNe. It's like they got kitty gloves and they're so scared to even get in her business or to even be close to her or just give her some word of encouragement. Like, damn, she don't even get words of encouragement on this show. I don't know what it is. Maybe they know her better than I do. Of course they do. But it's like, damn, shit, fake it. Say generic shit. They don't even say generic shit to her. So she gets the flowers. She's crying. Gregg does send her a poem or whatever just to let her know that he loves her or whatever. But they going through their thing. And it is what it is. But, Gregg, his flowers is better than Dennis's flowers. Gregg, Pimp Daddy Gregg send the grander bouquet of flowers. Or whatever they was. So we had that situation. So they get on the bus. They're going to a summary or sword fight or whatever. Blase in a third. NeNe's looking at the lady talking about looks like Christmas in here. I was like, I like that jab. That was a nice little jab. And so they have a good time. They do the sword fighting. Everybody's having a good time or whatever. Porsha looks good, in her little outfit that she was wearing. They all had a good time. And so it was cool. Then they went to go drinking, at this nice exclusive restaurant where they're drinking out of gold plates. Gold plates, that's what we doing. We doing gold plates now? I mean, gold cups or gold glasses or whatever. I was like, damn, it is what it is. And so basically everybody had to go around and say the good and the bad. And, I guess Eva good and the bad was, her husband, the baby, and, her grandfather, all that whole situation. The bad is her grandfather getting married and having her brand new baby. And also, Kandi was basically her businesses, and everything. Her businesses were on point. It was like, we don't got all day for your businesses. And basically, you know, balancing being a career driven woman and being a mother, being super mom. And she lets them in on having a surrogate. We see later on having a surrogate is going to be an issue when it comes to Todd. But it seemed like they did agree on it. Then you had Shamari, you know, giving up on music and not having music there anymore. And then having the twins and now loving music again. And then having twins, being married was her ups, her highs and her downs. And then Porsha, you know, she gave up on being married or having a fairy tale life, having a baby or whatever. But now she's getting married. And she's having a baby, so now she's just really happy. And then she didn't even focus on the negativity or whatever. So that was cool. And NeNe was like, you guys already know what's good with me. You know what's going on. So it is what it is. And I didn't even hear what Marlo said. So anyways, and Cynthia highs and lows was, you know, getting a divorce and then not thinking that she was going to find somebody at 51 years old. But girl, as gorgeous as you look and how fit you are. And some women do face that curb in life where they think they're too old to find somebody. And that's a heartbreaking feeling to feel, you know. But Cynthia done found Michael and she thought that she wasn't going to get married again or didn't want to get married again after Peter. But now she's ready to get married again. She's ready to do this again. So I was like, hey. And so, yeah, she wants to jump in and rush and marry Michael. Do what you got to do, girl. You know, as long as you got a prenup, you in love, take them chances. You only live once. You already lived to 51 years old. What could be worse? What could happen? What can happen? You know, he got money, too. He works for Fox. But you might not be his type. So, moving on from that situation, then we got, and you know, Porsha actually telling her truth and her story made Kandi compelled to cry and saying that I'm sorry. She was like, all this shit I was saying about Dennis and saying about him, this and that, whatever. And look, I was totally wrong. Look how in love you are. People did the same thing to me that I was doing to you, basically, you know. And me and Todd came out to be a great man. And, you know, Dennis can be a great man. So they hug, they kiss, they hold hands. And then even Porsha was like, we used to be really good friends. So that's the episode. It seems like it's going to heat up this season because it's been okay. It's been dry. But we're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're going to get to the realness. Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Mary Jane's in the building. Signing off. One love.